Bam! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another LemonAid session. Today is, I believe it is Thursday, the 3rd of August. And no, not August, September. And we are doing a LemonAid session for you lovely peeps that have posted all the questions inside this particular Facebook post inside our GrooveDigital Facebook group. For those who don't know me, my name is David Lemon. I'm the community manager in GrooveDigital, and I'm the one looking after you guys to do answers on your questions. So you must have seen me probably in the Facebook group. I'm quite active over there, but on Thursdays we do live Q&A sessions so that you post your questions and I answer them live. I'll also demonstrate some things that you would like to see and things like that. So yeah, that's where we are, and I can see a lot of people already joining in, so welcome guys. In case you are watching us live, please jump into the comment section, just say hi so that I can see you. I can just say hello to everybody. So we have Brad Case saying hello. We have Eldon already for LemonAid Thursday. He is, he says, time to get any serious question on groovy things crawling around in your head and bugging you swept away. Absolutely, Eldon. Thank you very much for that. Leonard is watching us. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well. Grant is watching us. Bonjour. Here is Ilya saying hello. Thanks for the tips yesterday. Absolutely no problem. My pleasure. Facebook user saying hi. Keisha Fox, good morning all. And that is it for now. So welcome guys for a LemonAid session. I believe this is number 13. And yes, it even says, it doesn't say it here. It says inside the YouTube video name. But yeah, there's a lot of new stuff going on and a lot of new things that people may be struggling with. So in case you do have any questions on anything, I believe I'm equipped with some certain things that I can actually tell you the correct answers to your questions. So yes, I have here a couple more people joining in. Joel Rue, George Cohen, hi Dave from Baltimore, and 2 questions posted, please. I'm lost. No worries. We'll have a look at it. Darcy Hall, good morning from sunny Vegas. Nice. Liz is here saying hello, and we have lemon drops number infinity. Yes, so I am preparing the lemon drops. I started recording them a couple of days ago. We will be working with different integration videos with different questions that are quite popular and that are repetitive a lot in the Facebook posts, Facebook comments. So I'll be taking out those questions and answering them. So in case you have something that you would like me to create a specific video on, please head over to askgroove.net. askgroove.net. This is basically the tutorial and training video request portal. So just type in here lemon drop idea, ba 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 ba. So in case you have something that you would like me to create a lemon drop on, and for those who don't know, lemon drops will be very short, very detailed, specific tutorials or videos, a couple of minutes long, so that it explains one certain task. I will not be going over like an hour-long video how to center a button or things like this, but very short, very detailed video on a certain task. So in case you would like to see something like that, please head over to askgroove.net, and I can type it in here, askgroove.net. Oops, I misspelled the word. Here's for you lovely YouTube peeps, and I will be also popping it into the Facebook comment. So again, in case you would like me to create a specific short video on something, help me out and just pop it in there so that I can see it. So ask Groove. Perfect. That is it for this part. But I believe we are ready to start jumping in and answering questions. We've been already doing the doing the intro. So hi David. I'm ready drinking my lemonade too here in Colombia, South America. From John. Nice to see you here, John. This is where I posted the link inside Facebook. This is me posting it on YouTube channel. So just click on there, go over to askgroove.net and help me out create short videos for you. So I can see a couple of questions already coming in. Please, in case you would like to ask a question, please type in a Q dash and then your question so that I can scroll through all your comments and then see what is for me, what is not for me. People sometimes answer each other's questions. So yes, in case you have a specific question you would like to ask from myself, please put a Q in front of the question dash and then your question. Okay, I will be probably moderating this a bit more. I didn't have any presentation today or something like that. I believe a lot of people that are here today already know how we roll, so we'll just keep those rules. Perfect. So I posted this lovely special edition. Oops, this is a special edition. I just put it by mistake. It's not a special edition today. It's just a Groove LemonAid session, the normal LemonAid session. So we are going answering the question. We are going to answer the questions first from this post over here, and then we are going over to the normal live stream comments, and then I will answer those questions for you. So in case you would like to have answered basically you would like to have your question answered, pop them in the comment section below this video. Great. First question from Natalie Fissett, or Fissett. Hi David, I've been with Groove staff for over a week now. 5 emails, 1 chat, and ton of videos watched. 7 hard reloads, reloaded the opt-in form countless times, and still getting an error in the opt-in form, even though it says it's integrated into Groove and in my Aweber account. Yes, it is linked to an autoresponder series. Awesome. So even though I click on this one, I will not be able to see your page. I don't know what I can do with that. However, let's just jump in and I will go through how to basically integrate it. You probably did that already. So for everybody that doesn't know, you please just come over here to the upper right hand side corner, my integrations, and here you can add an integration, which in this case is Aweber. So it's pretty simple to do with Aweber. You just need to click over here to log in to your Aweber account. Once you did that, you get redirected. I have my ad blocker on so it doesn't show up, but you will be redirected over to Aweber and you just need to log in and then it will be integrated. However, there are certain things you would need to do in your forms. So let me just quickly show you what you would need to do. And I'll just show you a very quick example. What I suggest you to do is when you're creating any types of forms is to actually just pull in an Aweber element. And here we go, empty container. We go to elements and then scroll down to the bottom and find Aweber, which is the second one over here. And you pull this in and this is your form now. Okay, so it doesn't show up properly. There were some design elements that were not showing up, but let's just work with that. So this is our input over here and this is our another input, just so that we can see it. Here we go. And subscribe is a button. So let's just give this a color red and make it a bit more wide like this, just so that we have a subscribe button. I wouldn't do it this way, but this is just a fast way to work with it. So now you can see this is an input field. You need to name it. You need to give it a name. Most of the time it is name, like that, or also you can try with uppercase letters. There was an update recently which made the input ID and the input name upper or case sensitive. You can see all these updates on grooveupdates.com, and in the recent one they made this case sensitive. So let me just show you where it stands. Da-da-da. Okay, so it was one of these integration. Okay, so here, integration form field names are now case insensitive. Okay, so it doesn't actually matter. That's great. So it doesn't actually matter whatever you type in, name. It should be working. You need to look into Aweber how they have the merge fields connected. So that means that maybe it is name with MailChimp, maybe it is name with ActiveCampaign, but sometimes different platforms use full name or first name or last name. So this is what you would need to check on your side. I would suggest heading over to YouTube and just typing in Aweber GroovePages. Okay. A lot of times people just look through the content that Groove puts out, but there is a lot of people that have success with connecting um, other ways. So there is one from Video Pizzazz, there's 30-minute marketing, there is from Ilya here a video. So just look through these videos. Maybe you will find a nugget that we didn't provide, but they actually showcased, they talked about this one. So just please don't search only on Groove content, but here on YouTube from other people as well. Okay, so this is my suggestion. Even if you were with support quite a long time, try to find your answers here on YouTube. I believe you will be having success after you watched a couple of videos from there. Okay, so that's my suggestion. I don't have a hard answer for you because I don't know what the problem is. I cannot access your site. I cannot access your Aweber account, and I cannot see what the problem is. But in case you would like to figure it out, I suggest going with these videos here in YouTube. So Brian Rosman, I've upgraded and the cache has been taken, but I still don't have access. I mentioned it to Brian. There's not much I can do in these LemonAid sessions, so please reach out to support. So we'll skip over this question. Let's go over to Steven's question. Is there a way to build quizzes in GrooveFunnels like you can with ClickFunnels? I'm wanting to build a 6-question quiz that people have to answer, and then after the 6th question is answered, they are taken to a landing page. Pam says, pretty sure that's coming, just not yet. And then Dex gave the answer, Groove Quiz will be released later this year. If you want, you can also head over to the GrooveFunnels /infographic and scroll to the bottom of the page. You will see what is coming. And one of those will be Groove Survey and also Groove Quiz. I don't believe they put it separately, but yes, Groove Survey will have the function to do quizzes and basically the things that you are planning to do. Yeah, that's basically it. When will YouTube videos play in GrooveMember? So I'm not quite sure what problems you have with videos. I was actually successful in playing them. So this would probably need to be checked. This is the question from Michael. Michael, try to open your window in an incognito window when you logged into your GrooveMember dashboard for testing and test it this way. I can see you also ask about uploading videos to Groove, but that is not out yet. So we still need to integrate GrooveVideo to work with GrooveMember and then GrooveSell and things like this. So that is still coming. So Michael, try to just play your videos in an incognito window first, because I believe this could be a caching issue. If it is not, please report this bug on feedback.groovefunnels.com inside GrooveMember bugs. Okay, can't play video in membership. Not sure if this is from you, but it is something that would need to be looked at, and this is where we actually collect all the feedback from users for bugs. So this is where you would need to go. Chime or Chime, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce your name. Is there any downside to use GroovePages at the home as the home page? It seems to load much faster, and then when people click on products they'd like to buy, they get directed to GrooveKart page. And is it possible to have it look to the user like it's on the same domain? Okay, so I understand what you're trying to do. You want to have your shop and your website on the same domain. It will be possible very soon once GrooveKart and funnels are merged. At this point, they are still a separate platform. We are merging it as we speak, and that is coming soon. However, for now, we will need to use separate GrooveKart domains. This merging of the platforms will be coming within a month. I don't know if immediately after this we will be able to use the same domain or not, but let me just show you something very nice. We are actually planning to go the route and to have option for people to buy domains and connect domains within GrooveFunnels. So they will not have to have separate CloudFlare access and things like this. Let me just show you this one. It will be somewhere here at the bottom. Yes, so I believe it is here. So starting from this one, this is now a first peek. I just want to show you. This is GroovePages, and this is how it will be looking like. And here in the domain, you will be able to choose your subdomain or enter your custom domain. But we will also have a couple of things here which will say manage existing domains and add new domains in the domain settings. Okay, and you will also be able to click very simply to a knowledge base, which will get you over to a knowledge base which is like help articles about connecting your domain. So the next screen is going to be looking like this in case you are trying to set up your subdomain. So it will look like this, and then you click save. This domains tab will appear over here. So when you come into my, not my integration, but my account, you will have it here. So you will have all these and also domains as it shows up here. So this will be where the domains will be set up. This was for the subdomain. This is how it will be looking like. So we will have CloudFlare built in, and you will be able to see that it is secure and connected. So we'll have inbuilt SSL. Okay, that is coming. We will also be able to see that the domain is still configuring and it is not quite ready yet. You will also be able to buy domains or connect existing domains, which is quite cool. And yeah, this is how you connect your own custom domain. You just type it in here. That's the step one. Then there's a step two. You choose, would you like it for GroovePages, GrooveSell, GrooveKart, whatever, and this will be lined up here. Then the next one will be for updating DNS records. So you will need to take these DNS records from here, pop it into your own domain registrar in case this is a domain that you already purchased, and then this is where you will be copying it from. Then the next steps will be looking like that. Okay, that is the DNS record still. Okay, then it will show up that it is configuring. And these will be the DNS records that you will be able to modify inside GrooveFunnels. Okay, you'll be able to add records in case you want to connect MX records for your email providers or things like this. It will be done within GrooveFunnels at one point. And let's just have a look at some others. So this is also for the DNS management. This is another version of it. And basically that's it. So that is coming, and it has been here on the calendar from the beginning. Let me just show you when. Pum, 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 pum. Okay, improve publishing for GroovePages, Page Builder, and SSL. You'll no longer need a free Cloudflare account. We'll handle all the details for the account hosting and publishing on the back end. So this is coming at September 21st. So this is the goal date. Don't come with pitchforks, pitchforks and shovels in case we don't reach this one. But that's a goal. You probably saw that it is coming, and it will be easier then manage Cloudflare and then this and then that. You will be still able to use the Cloudflare way, but here this way will be easier. Yeah, so Eldon is saying, fantastic, David, Yahoo. Awesome. So let me just go over and answer a couple more questions. So yes, that's the answer. I don't know when this will be or the exact date. This is the goal date what we have, but it will be possible at one point. Yes. So I have now a very long question from Monique, and it is a lot of questions. So I'll just go through them one by one. I watched all your videos, but I still don't have a good grasp on how to tackle groove pages. I want to learn more about how to do full screen for things. The full width button in your videos does not exist anymore. Okay, so let's just start with that one. So full width for things. Okay, let's just say that now I will put a background very annoying green like that, and then I want to put 2 columns like that, and one will have an image, and let's just do a video for the other one. Okay, so now you see that this is one column, this is one column, but we have a parent container that is keeping both of these elements as a layout 2 by 2. Now, if I want to do a full screen so that, for example, this video is touching the borders or the side, I go to container, make it 100% width like this. Okay, you can see that it is now full, but there is a bit of spacing on the sides here in the padding, and this is not on the container level, but on the layout 2 by 2 level. When you come into spacing, you can see that there is a bit of spacing. If you remove that, now we have a full width structure. Okay, but if you want to have full height structure, this is also done inside the sizing, so it will not be we will not choose max width to be 100%, but we will go to block, and then we will put the green part to be 100% of the height, and this we do over here into relative to the page. You scroll this all the way, now it is 100% visible height. So what that means, it will be 100% on the laptop, 100% height of the tablet, horizontal tablet, 100% of the vertical tablet, and 100% of the mobile. Now, when we do this, it actually moves things out of the way because we chose the block to be 100% and the other container is still out of the way. So we will need to fix that later on. But this is the way to do 100% with 100% height. Now you're talking about a button. Let's just do a button, and I'll just remove the image from here. And I'll just position this button in the middle like that. So then you can choose the button and also go with the sizing and set it up to be relative to the parent. The parent, as you can see here, is the parent of the button is the container. So this is the parent. The parent from the container is this layout 2 by 2. My mouse is here at the bottom of the screen, as you can see here. And if we look at the button, the container is the parent. So if we do this, it will be putting it to 100% to the parent, which is this container over here. Then we can just simply put the text in the middle, and now we have a full width button. So this is the way you can do things full width using the sizing. I still don't use these options. I didn't get used to it yet. I will need to play with it a bit more, but you can use these sizing options as well because it automatically plays with the sizing over here. It just doesn't show up like that. But yeah, that's about the first question. Let's see the second question. I would love to have an overview of the layout tab, display and Z-index. I never know if I need to touch this or not. It doesn't seem to do anything sometimes. The vertical horizontal button appear on some elements, but most of the time nothing happens. That's a long question. I would like to have an overview of the layout tab, display and Z-index. I never know if I need to touch it or not. It doesn't seem to do anything sometimes. The vertical horizontal buttons appear on some elements. Okay, so the vertical and horizontal will not appear anywhere else, only on containers. So this is a button. As you can see, we don't have in the layout option, we don't have any vertical positioning things. When we click on the video, again, we don't have anything over here. But once you click inside a container in the layout, you will have the vertical, horizontal spacing things, because we need to space things inside a container. um, the container needs to understand, okay, where do you want it? Left align, right align, middle, vertically, center, top, bottom, things like this. So this is what we need to decide over here. And that is why you can see it only on a container. So you can also see that layout 2x2 will not have it, but the parent container, which is this one over here, now has it. Yeah, so it only shows up on a container. The Z index, I will do a video on that one later on. This is for overlapping things, and in case you are not a more experienced designer, I wouldn't suggest you use this, because this could break your sites in case you don't know what you're doing. I will be doing videos on that. It's pretty simple to understand, but yeah, just use these directions like centering and things like this, but the rest, display and these things, I answered in a previous LemonAid session video, so I will be probably linking that answer to the questions as a comment. Okay, how do I center an image? This is the way, basically. You, instead of a button, now I was showing a button, but you choose the container that is holding the button or the image, and then you just set up a layout to be centered. And I have a video on that one inside the Facebook group. You can just come and type in centering inside the search. Okay, and there will be a video. It was done quite a long time ago, but here it is, how to align elements on the page. A couple of people were asking me, so there is a video specifically on this one where I explain how to center things on the page. If I drag it over, I feel formatting messes up and I cannot make it equal. Okay, I believe this is about about centering the image. I create pages, and then later, after some time, notice all the hover features, formatting, and fonts change. I'm assuming this is bug or error. Hover features, formatting, and fonts change. So we were pushing out a couple of huge updates recently, so this could be because of that. In case you did your page previously, and then after this update, there were some of the pages that needed to be restyled because there was a huge complete infrastructure update, and it may have caused that. But once you do it now, it shouldn't be happening anymore. And once you styled some things now after the update, it should be staying. So try to just restyle those, put back the style, and then it should be working fine. How are people making websites so easily? Well, I don't know. It just works. Like, in case you have a look at any of my builds, it just flows. And a lot of practicing is needed. Like, whenever you are playing with a tool, don't start building out your site immediately, because there needs to be some practice before. It's like with anything else in life. In case you're starting to ride a bike, you still need to practice first, find out things, how they work. Like, first you start moving your like moving with the bike, then you start braking, then you start like without one hand, without two hands, and things like that. So testing and tweaking, and this is how people learn. And the more you learn, the more you know. The more you know, you can improve quicker. Copy and pasting and dragging elements is not possible. It just won't work most of the time. It is just me, or everyone is experiencing this? I don't know. I didn't have any issues, so just copy, pull it somewhere else. Well, it just works for me, so I don't know. Oops, so let's just duplicate it, and let's just pull this over. So once you click, maybe because you're trying to do fast, so once you click, just hold it and then you can move it around. Yeah, it's just, again, playing with it a bit, seeing how it works, and then it should be working fine. But yeah, I don't know what the issues you have, because for me, as you can see, it works. It just needs a bit of playing with. Just trying to figure out what it is normal, as I'm going crazy in pages doing simple task tenses and in advance. No problem. Monique, just play with it. Try to follow any of my videos that I created here in GrooveDigital. and I built a couple of pages with it. So whenever I say building something or creating, for example, creating a product launch funnel, creating effective thank you pages, creating your or building a charity donation site, I build a lot of sites and pages like this about us page, contact us page, I don't know, funnel with upsell and downsell, building out the book landing page, and things like this. Try to find one of these and follow it step by step. Don't try to put your own things inside. Try to follow everything exactly as I show inside the video. Build out the page that I'm building first, just for exercise. This would help you a lot. Okay, so this is what I suggest you to do first, and then to build out your pages, because in case you just dive in immediately and do uh, sites for clients, sites for yourself, that you have like a deadline, you will fail because you're not familiar with a tool. When you start using a tool, you need to play with it, you need to find out what it can do, how to do it, and learn it basically. So that's my suggestion for you, Monique. Rob Da Costa, when is the site importer likely to work with my WordPress and Kartra pages? I don't know. We are working on this one. There are pages, the HTML pages that are pulled in very nicely. WordPress, Kartra, ClickFunnels, and some other page builders, they just break, but we just need to tweak them. And whenever you find something that doesn't work, please do a screenshot of the error and head over to feedback.groovefunnels.com over here, not GrooveMember bugs, but inside GroovePages bugs. Okay, just type in page import, and this one with trouble with the import feature. Okay, so I will just copy this link over to you, and please put report the bug that you get over here. This is now a thread that the developers that are working on fixing the import feature, this is what they look into. And the more we have here, the easier it will be for our developers to fix and iron out these issues. So I'll just pop in here this link for you, and I'll tell explanation is in the LemonAid 13 video. Perfect. So, Rob, that's my suggestion. We are still working on it. It is work in progress. It is in beta. In case you haven't seen, please come over here to the Facebook group. We live streamed this the day after the feature came out. You can find it inside announcements. And this is a video that was posted, and it has this one. So, page import feature beta. I will also link this one out to you, where you can learn more about these features and what works, what doesn't work. So please have a look at this one as well. Okay. Um, let's just go on. David Christopher. Yes, I tried importing a few times after inserting header code, but nothing. Also, it is a page by page importer only. Yes, it's a page importer. It's not a site or funnel importer. Can we not import the entire site across? No. Is there a way that the client can access his website made in GroovePages? Well, I don't understand your question, JB. In case you created a site, you publish it, you share the link with him, and that's it. In case you want to allow your client to make changes on it, then I suggest you get your affiliate link, give your client to sign up for a free account, then you can transfer the design over to him, or to your client, and then they can do changes on it. That's the easiest way to do before we have the agency feature. When we will have the agency feature closer to the end of the year, we will be having options to create a relationship between a client and a company. So you can give them permissions like, okay, you can edit, but you cannot go and see this and do that and things like this. So there will be more information about the agency feature. So far, we don't know a lot about it, but it will be very similar to what Kartra has, and it will be better because it will be easier to use, it will be faster to use, and it will be from Groove. But yeah, in case you want your clients to be able to edit and modify your pages or their pages, just get your affiliate link, share with them, get them to sign up on for a GrooveFunnels account and just transfer over the design over to them. Okay, so for the last few days, I believe this is also okay. It's not that long. For the last few days, I can't see any of the graphics or visual components on the platform, assuming that this is not a widespread issue, as no one else has seemed to report it, but helps a wannabe teacher here and suggests what I should do. Okay, so I don't know what you mean by graphics or visual components. In case you have issues with something, please reach out to the support team. This sounds like a technical issue that could be happening only with your account. I'm not quite sure, but please, in case you could, record a Loom video. Just Loom is a small add-on that you add into the browser. You can see there is my image now popping up, which allows you to record your screen. And after you did the recording, let me just show you, start a recording like that. It counts down, da 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 da. Here now it is recording. When you click finish, you will get immediately a link. So this link, you just click copy, share with our support team, and they would be able to look into your account. They would be able to see what the story is. Elaine, I'm not sure. I would need to see, but it's better if the tech support looks into it. What's the deal when making tweaks within GroovePages site that it throws off alignment when looking at other devices? I'm nowhere close to being a web designer, but I've had issues with the problem, even like DV Builder and others. I have not seen a true locking system where changes on one device does not affect the others. Basically, I just don't get the mobile responsiveness does not seem to work. Am I just overlooking a simple solution? Yes, most probably. So let me just show you. I will probably just build out a nicer site, but I will find something like, let's just do this, okay? So title, I want it to be like that, maybe black, okay? And then in the middle. Here, this one also in the middle. Okay, so now what I did is I set up my text to be positioned in the middle, okay? So now whenever you go and see other devices, it will be positioned in the middle, okay? So on all of the devices, because everything is pink. Whenever you have everything pink, even though you clicked only on mobile, now on the tablet, now on the horizontal tablet, now on the laptop, and now on the device, all of them are pink and you're editing all of them. Whenever you click one more time, okay, so whenever only one device is selected, this means that you're editing only for one device. Now, let's just say I want my text to be aligned towards the right-hand side, okay? But I want the title to be aligned on the left-hand side. Because I edited only on this device, but on the other devices, it has been still set up to be in the middle. It will be different. For example, as you can see here, it is different than on here. Let me just do something different here. Let's just change the size on this device. Let's put a color. And let me make this super huge like that. And let's just do a different color, okay? As you can see, only on the vertical tablet, it should be showing up because only this one was selected and only here was the change made, okay? So, okay, so here it is actually showing up as well because we didn't set up that on this device we want it, but on a bigger devices we don't want this one. So in case you just scroll it back, put it back on black, put back the font color of this one to black. Now we set up that this device and the bigger ones, we don't want to have that color, only on this one. So I understand the point that a lot of people are having things changed because they change one, but this is the simplest answer. You need to actually set up how you want it to look like, okay? So now, as I set it up this way over here, let me just do something else. Let me just do this one super huge and red. Let me just do it yellow, okay? And I will do this one just green for demonstration purposes. It will probably seem show up this way as well, because we changed it, but we don't want this one, so we can just pop this back as we want. Okay, so I understand a lot of people may be struggling with understanding, but you need to set up each of the devices so that it looks as you want it. Okay, so I can have each of the devices look completely different, and this is the power of GroovePages. You cannot find a page builder that can do this. But if you set up everything on one, let me just show you one more time. So now I selected all of the devices and I'm editing all of the devices. If I set up this one to be centered, if I set up to be, I don't know, 1.5, okay, as it was. If I set up this one to be centered and also pink and to be 1.5 as well, then it will be on all of the devices. But as you can see, there were some changes specific to that device, so we need to go back and change those, because we can change for all, but then each of the devices also need to be set up so that you have exactly as you want it to look like. You have a display of how you actually want it to be. So I understand the point from other customers, but it is very simple to handle once you understand that actually needs to be set up. Let me just show you what I mean by that. Oops, I didn't want to duplicate it, but I wanted to delete it. There we go. So I will just choose a block, and I'll just put the same thing again. So title and paragraph. Okay. So now I have it set up for all the devices. So when you click once more, then it is only this device. When you click once more, then it's all the devices. When you click on this device, you are editing still all the devices. But when you click one more time, then you're editing only this device. There needs to be a bit of playing with it. You need to find it out for yourself. So just try these things out, what I showed, and you will understand it. You will get it very simply. But let me just show you what I mean by it needs to be set up. Okay. So as you can see, there is nothing set up over here. There is no alignment left, center, right on any of these devices. But let's just say I want it to be set up over here towards the middle, this one and this one as well. So now it is set up over here as well, because we didn't set up that we wanted differently on the previous devices. On the small devices, it is not set up because it just understands the bigger devices. So the setup is applied to the device that you chose and bigger ones. Okay, the smaller one we can still leave as default. But as I set up only this device, you've seen that this device also changed. But if I don't want to set it up, I can just change it to this and this. Now, the smaller device, it still stayed in the middle, but the bigger devices were set up to the left alignment. And this is what I mean, that you need to actually set up how you want it to be. If you just leave at default, but you change only the mobile device, it will change on all your devices, because it changes this and the rest, because you didn't set a specific, you wasn't, how to say it, you were not specific enough so that the system doesn't understand that you want them on left or right. You put it here on left, and then the software things that you want on all the devices on left. So this is just the thing that people need to play with, people need to understand, and then after that it will be much easier. If you select the side tablet and change it, it will change on laptop and desktop. Exactly, because it is a bigger device. So as you've seen in a couple of examples where I was showing, it was when I change this one, it will not change the mobile. So it will not change the mobile, but it will change all the bigger devices, because it was not specified how you want it to look. Good. So I believe now I have explained this thoroughly. If it just needs to be played with, guys. In case you are struggling, don't get frustrated. Go with a mindset, oh my god, this is something new, let's see how it works. Not with the mindset, oh my god, this is broken, this doesn't work, and now I'm frustrated. This is a wrong mindset, and then a lot of new things that we will be pushing out, you will get frustrated on those as well because you don't know how to use them. Play with it and go with a mindset, oh my god, it's a new tool, how can I use it? No, oh my god, it's broken, I cannot use it like WordPress, I cannot use it like ClickFunnels. It's different, and that's why it's better, because it's not necessarily 100% better from everything, but it's better because this software is made so that it is different from others, it works better from others, and it is at one point we will be able to use this platform much more easier than the others, because I believe nobody is developing features and new apps platforms as fast as we do. And yeah, just believe me, if the developer said that this is the way it should be working, I believe this is the momentarily the best way it can work. So that's what I wanted to just show. A question: I would like to sync my HTML contact form with my autoresponder sendable to GroovePages. What is the workaround to get it set up? So there is two ways, either with Zapier, in case Sendable has Zapier, then that's the best way. Other way is to use an HTML embed. So most of the autoresponder platforms have code that they give you. You can create a nice looking form, and you actually can copy over the code, pop it into your GroovePages account using the code embed. Let me just demonstrate. So you go to Elements, scroll almost down to the bottom of the page, where in the other section you use a code embed, and you place this code inside it. So just pop the embed code from your form integration or your form autoresponder in here, and it will appear nicely, so people can sign up. People can sign up so that it is immediately connected with Sendable. I believe that was the integration. Yes. Sylvia Villis, looking for live demo. Is it supposed to be here? Total newbie. No, it is a different link, which is just live now in the Facebook group. And it was 43 minutes ago. So this was almost when we started. In GroovePages, I used URL imported to import layer only feature. It's imported what seems like simple text and syllable elements, and I've been unable to edit. Tips? Yes. Please watch the video that we did over here. Oops, I just clicked it. Let's go back. So this video over here, Darcy. There we go. In order to update my affiliate GrooveFunnel landing page and video, where could I find the info about the new pricing changes after the launch that occurred a couple of days ago? So if you go to the upgrade page, groovefunnels.com/upgrade. This is where you can find the most up-to-date info with the pricing, with everything. So this is basically pay full price, this one, or you can do 6 payments or 12 payments. Okay, so that is the most up-to-date info. So groovefunnels.com/upgrade. David, it appears your toolbox does not overlap to workspace. How do you lock that? Mine overlaps my workspace like screenshot. Okay, I believe this is just because of the screen size. You see, when I zoom in, then it overlaps when you just zoom out a bit. So using these Chrome zooming thingies, then it doesn't. Or yeah, this actually doesn't work, but you need to zoom out. So what I do is I press Control and then scroll up or down, and then this way I can zoom in or zoom out, and this gets rid of the overlap, as you can see here. Good. So I believe I'm finished with these questions. So now, guys, I am ready for your questions. So what I will do here is I will go out and try to open the live stream that is going on now. So please bear with me in a second. Scroll up or down and then. Okay. And I refresh. There we go. So now the video should be paused, but I can still see your comments. And yeah, so it is paused. So let's just see the comments. Wow, I ranked. Okay, so I probably cannot see all the questions, but yeah, so Ilya is saying, please use question before your questions so that I can see them, like George did here. So now that I have mail and member, we don't have mail yet. How long will it be before we have the features these other programs provide who we can eliminate all these other products? George, when we push out the new product, it is a beta version or alpha version, as some people were saying. It just moved away, so I cannot see the comments again. But when we push out the product, it is not immediately a stable version of the product, which will allow you to immediately get rid of everything. So don't get rid of your platforms immediately when we say, okay, this new feature is out or new platform is out, because we still need time for testing, because we do testing on our side with tens and 20 people or so, and auto testing and things like this. But when we actually push it out on live version, 100,000 active users using the platform at the same time can and usually does show issues that were not showing up in a test environment. So this is why we do this. We push out the platform that is still being developed, so that we can work on it in a live environment with live issues, with the real-time issues, so that we can fix those and not the issues that were in the test environment, because this is two different stories. So my suggestion is not to get rid of your platforms yet. What Mike said in his last webinar, I believe he mentioned that by the next year, so in January, the platform should be stable enough so you can get rid of your platform. But for now, just please stay with your autoresponder, stay with your membership platform, because at this moment we are still adding on features, we are doing heavy development, so it is not yet ready for prime time. We are not ready yet to compete with the other more stable platforms, because like GrooveMember is just a couple of days old platform, so absolutely cannot compete yet. I want to answer the questions in a way, but as you can see, I cannot see all my comments over here. So I'll just pop back this lovely image that I posted, which I cannot find now. Here, and I will just look through the comments on my side here. It shows more questions than on your sides. Question from James: are we able to make our own affiliate programs live through GrooveMember yet? As Mike explained with his butterfly marketing video, you can create your affiliate programs, and I have videos on that one, but they are not yet connected with GrooveMember. There's still big features that are missing and are still being developed from GrooveMember that will make the butterfly marketing strategy available for you guys. But don't worry, it is coming. And because we are developing because Mike is the founder and basically the brains behind butterfly marketing, and also the GrooveFunnels suite of apps, we will have everything integrated to be able to do butterfly marketing style sequences and campaigns and things like this, but it is not yet here. As I said, GrooveMember is just a couple days old. Do you still need to use CloudFlare to point a domain name? Yes. Okay, how do I remove Stripe account from my GrooveSell account? It was asked a lot inside the Facebook group, but at this point you cannot do that yet. This will be a feature that will be added on later on. Okay. Is there a way to see all the blocks on the page? No, I believe I know what you're talking about. There is a lot of other page building platforms that have that, but we don't have that. except scrolling down up and down the page. Like, this is one block, this is another block. I know that this is not what you're asking me, Rob, but yeah, what you're looking for is like clicking on one block, moving it here below, which is stacked up nicely on the side of the page somewhere, but we don't have that feature. Please, in case you have questions, put a Q in front of it, because when I'm scrolling, for example, I almost missed this question. I didn't even see that this is a question. So please put a Q in front of the questions, like Rob did, Q, then I can see that this is for me, okay? Otherwise, I may miss it. So please, in case you're watching this live, put a Q in front of your questions, dash or anything, and then your question, so that I can find it easily. But as I've seen it now, I'm having issue with the DNS and not sure how this is if this is the right place. This is the right place, but issue with the DNS is very, very broad topic that we could talk about a lot. So I don't know what the exact issue is. If I would have to guess, you are probably not sure what DNS records to delete, which ones to put in, and what else you need. So for this one, there is a step-by-step guide. In case you go into Groove Digital Academy, sorry, Groove Digital Academy, you log in like what I will do now. You just log in with your details that you got when you signed up for GrooveFunnels, and then head over to GrooveFunnels training. Okay, click view course, and then hover over GroovePages and click the first button, publish your site. Then how to publish your GroovePages site with your own domain. Okay, watch this video. In case you're with GoDaddy, you can watch this video. This is specific with GoDaddy. In case you are with Namecheap, watch this video with Namecheap. Okay, in case you would like to have a step-by-step complete guide about everything, I did a video on that domain, which is full guide on getting a domain connected to GroovePages. So in this video, this is an hour and 11 minutes long video. I went into a domain name registrar, purchased the domain live, connected it to CloudFlare, connected it to GroovePages, and published the site. So this is a full guide, like step by step, from purchasing the domain to connecting it with GroovePages. If you want, we have a hand-holding video for that one as well. That's my answer to that. Moira, as a short-term option, I would like to upgrade my MailChimp so I can do an automation sequence. Will this be something I can manage from Groove, as in my videos, as part of the sequence I'm uploading to GrooveVideo? Will this be something I can manage from Groove, as in my videos, as part of the sequence I'm uploading to GrooveVideo? So I'm not quite sure if you want to manage your sequences inside MailChimp, but from Groove, then that is not possible. But if you are talking about if Groove will have something that will manage the sequences, then the answer is yes. And you've probably seen, let me just go back to the announcement post where I posted the screenshots from GrooveMail, and this is something that will be coming out quite soon. And this will look like, we have so much announcements. Okay, so this is GrooveSell, this is GrooveMail. Okay, so this is what it will be looking like. These will be campaigns. Okay, so this is one campaign, this is an SMS campaign, this is an email campaign, and so on. We will have, so this is how you will be able to set up your campaign. This is the sequence builder that we will have inside GroovePages, or not GrooveMail, sorry, that you will be creating your sequence. Send an email, send an SMS, add a tag, wait 1 day, add an automation, unsubscribe from the list, conditional, like if the user watched the video in GrooveVideo, then unsubscribe them from one list and subscribe them to another list, things like this. So it will be very powerful, and this is coming. So in case your question is about GrooveMail, we will have it. In case your question is about if you will be able to do this but with MailChimp, the answer is unfortunately no. how do we remove a Stripe account from GrooveSell? I just mentioned that one. It is not yet possible. Okay, so George, I answered one of your questions. I cannot see the rest of your questions, so please just put it again inside the comments. I will be now scrolling down and then answering the questions from here. Can you please post how to do a reset of my page to get my upgrade button off? Yes, so I did a video on that one as well. It is in the tutorial videos. It is called, are you new to GrooveFunnels and you still can see the upgrade button, which is what you're trying to do? Let me see why it doesn't load. And I have to say, guys, Facebook has a lot of bugs recently. Like, you cannot do a lot of things. But yeah, you finally upgraded, but still see the upgrade button and the limits inside your dashboard. Do this. So this is a video you would need to watch, Liz. I explained it. However, you would need to come over to your page builder, wherever you are, or GrooveFunnels. Right click, head over to inspect. Okay, this needs to be in Chrome. Then you come over here to the reload button. You click and hold the reload button and choose the empty cache and hard reload. I will not do this because it may cause issues with my page now, but this is what you will need to do. Then later on, just log out. Click log out and do it one more time over here just to make sure. Okay, so inspect, click the reload button, empty cache and hard reload. Third option, you click that, it will reload the whole site with deleting the cookies, deleting the cache and things like this. And then you can just log back in and you should not see the upgrade button anymore over here. If this doesn't work, then there is a different issue. And then what I suggest you try is to reset your password. Try to click forgot password and try to reset it with your email that you used for registration. Okay. If this doesn't work, then most probably you mistyped your email. This happens a lot actually, and we are putting in place some automation that will not allow to mistype your email. So in case you put gmail.om, not com, then it will recognize these things. But for now, we don't have that yet. And this is why a lot of mistyping of emails happen. But this is the next step you should do in case you still see the upgrade button on your side. Okay. If not, please reach out to support so they can actually connect your account and get rid of the upgrade button for you. Are domains for groovepagesonly.com or would NL be possible? Any domain that you have is working with GroovePages because we're not that picky. GroovePages doesn't control domains yet, and it will probably be allowing even then later on to have any kind of domains. If Cloudflare is Cloudflare a necessity for setting up a funnel? Cloudflare is not a necessity for setting up a funnel. It is necessary in case you want to have SSL with your custom domain, which I highly suggest you do have. And it is basically saying to your user that your site is secure. In case your site is not secure, you may lose a lot of users. You may lose a lot of customers, and this could be an issue for your business. So what Cloudflare does is actually does give you SSL, which is the benefit number one. Benefit number two, it is a CDN, which is a content delivery network, which increases the speed of delivering your site to the end user, because it is not being served from one central server in America and then sent to Japan, for example, but it is sent from Japan to a person in Japan, because Cloudflare has a network of servers where it communicates, and it is just increasing the speed. So that's the second benefit, and it's the biggest one. So even if you don't plan to use it, I highly suggest you do because of these benefits. LemonAid is never normal. It's always special. Thank you very much, Ron. So Bob, how to make design changes in Groove? Actually, I answered this one. Ron, In GrooveKart, I created a product video series. How do I set it up to give customer access? I figured out the ebooks by taking file from my computer. So, Ron, what I suggest is to. I'm not quite sure what you would like to sell with GrooveKart and what kind of video series, but for that one, I suggest you to use GrooveMember. Um, when you sell access to things, for example a video series, you can deliver the content inside a secure platform like GrooveMember. However, you cannot serve the content in GrooveKart. GrooveKart is a shopping platform. It's like Amazon. You cannot watch videos in your Amazon shopping cart. That's just not how it works. It's not made for that one. So in case you want to deliver content so that people can log in and then watch the content immediately as a video series, that is GrooveMember. That's why GrooveMember was created. GrooveKart um, is purchasing files. Like for example, in case you create a folder, you create a zip folder of your video series and you upload that to GrooveKart, then you can deliver that one as a product. But as a like a visual way of watching the content and coming back and then watching the next video in the series, that is what GrooveMember is for. We are still developing GrooveMember, but you can already start using it, creating your membership platforms and funnels and things like this. And for selling access for video series, you would need to have the product set up inside GrooveSell. Okay, so GrooveKart is mostly for physical products and for actually products that you deliver and then you're finished. Yeah. Question: what is the best way for letting a Groove team know what's our wish list for features, like a video header, upload our own font? So all these were already requested, and we have our page feedback.groovefunnels.com. Okay, so you can go into GroovePages feature request, GrooveSell feature request, GrooveVideo feature request, GrooveMember feature request, and all the others, and upvote the features that you want. So in case you're looking for video header, this was done and this is coming. So video, just type in full video with images, a video background, which is what you're trying to do, and things like this. It is coming, but you can also upvote everything that you like here. Just click simply the upload button and then that's it. Not upvote, not upload. So yeah, if somebody could just link out this person the feedback.groovefunnels.com site so that they have access to it, because I cannot see who they are. David with quizzes, check out YouTube videos for Demetrius. He shows how. Okay, so in case somebody wants to do quizzes, they can check out videos from Demetrius. He actually found a way to do it. I believe this is with buttons like if the answer is yes, go to a different page, which is like connecting with different pages. But then you would need to probably do like 20, 50 pages so that you cover all the possible options. Question: how do you get the form fields to align side by side, not stacked on top of each other? Okay, so this is done using columns. I created a video on this one already, Leonard, where I showed how to build something like this. Not this exact page, but I'll just quickly go through. So you can see that this and this is next to each other and not basically on top of each other. And what I did here is I created a form container and I put columns. So let me just open a new page and just do a quick demo. So empty container. And then the next step is to pull in a form container. Okay, so the form container needs to be the base. It's all about that base, guys. So this is an empty form container. Now here you can pull in a two column layout. The playing with actually putting the columns is a bit hard. As you can see, I had to play with it. I had to drag it around. But now when I click on it, I can see that the container and the layout is inside the form container. So now it's simple for me to now pull in where is it? An input field over here and over here as well. and then just take the layout 2x2 like that, and actually and duplicate it. Now I have name, email, phone, address, or something like that, what you want to do. And let's just space it out a bit. And then we can do also another one with the text area. I found that in case you hover inside the middle between the between everything, then you can actually position it so that the text area is still inside the form container. Let's just move this a bit down and put in a bit of spacing, or actually a margin on here. Oops, not this way. Let's just remove the margins on this one. There we go. So what I'm doing now is, as you can see here, this one is now as big as, or as wide as this one on both sides, but the upper one is not, because the layout 2x2, as you can see here, when we click on layout 2x2, it has a half an rem padding inside. So when we remove this one, now they are all the same size. Okay. Then the last thing we miss inside this form is just a button, and we just take a submit button, pull it in the middle here. You click on it to make sure that it is in the form container, which it is now. We can then size it to be 100% of the parent. Like that, we can put text in the middle, which already is. We can resize it, and then just, there we go. So now we created an actual form which looks like, here's an input field, another one, another one, another one, and then the text area, then a submit button. Very quickly, everything needs to be inside the form container, because then you can now integrate the form container with your technology, with MailChimp, with Zapier, with whatever you would like. And yeah, that's how you put things next to each other. Okay, let's just go on to the next question. Now that we have mail and member, how long before we can? Okay, so I answered this question already. I just came in. I just want to confirm if GrooveMail and GrooveKart and member will be available. I upgraded, but I cannot access it. So GrooveMember is available. GrooveMember, if you don't see GrooveMember, you probably see still the upgrade button inside your dashboard. Okay, so in case you still see the upgrade button in your dashboard, please try these things. Okay, so right click, head over to the lowest option over here, which says inspect, and click over here to refresh, but hold the mouse. Okay, so click this reload button and hold, and choose the last option, empty cache and hard reload. It will load in the page from beginning. And then the next step is very important, log out. Okay, just click log out, and then do it again here, just to make sure. Okay, inspect, click reload, empty cache and hard reload. You choose the third one, the page will reload, and then just log back in, and you should be able to see the upgrade button gone. And when you click on GrooveMember, it should load in like this. Okay, so the rest, GrooveMail, it is not out yet. So it is saying that it's coming. It is not out yet. August 31st, we still need to remove this. The most up-to-date information is on the rollout schedule, and it says it here that it is coming September 14th. Okay, this is the goal date that we have, September 14th. Then for GrooveKart is under e-commerce, and we will have GrooveKart coming soon. As you can see, also September 14th. It is being worked on. We are merging the platforms, and in case you have received your access to it, you can head over to my.groovekart.com, and it looks very similar because it will be merged together with GrooveFunnels very soon. But let's just log in. You can see that it looks different. It has these animation things and loading things, but yeah, at this point, there are two separate platforms still. We will be merging them all together. It will be looking very similar, and it will be available inside GrooveFunnels dashboard over here, but that is the GrooveKart 2.0. At this point, we still need to log into GrooveKart 1.0. Okay. Sorry, I'm late. If you already covered, wondering if it's set up for adding a page from ClickFunnels. If yes, it doesn't seem to be working for me. Sue, I suggest you to go and watch the video that we created about this one, which is available in the announcements tab. Okay, so click the announcement tab, scroll down. I don't know why this is here. This is only for announcement. Scroll down, you will see a video which says page import. Okay, page import feature. I created a video with Donna about the page import feature, and we explain why it shows up and why it doesn't work. Okay, so please watch this video and you will understand everything. I created my first page. I want to use a unique domain. I pointed CloudFlare for secure page and point page to host Groove as recommended. The page not working. There needs to be something wrong that you did. I'm not quite sure if you followed the tutorials that we did, but in case you didn't, please go rewatch these tutorials that I showed you previously from GrooveDigital Academy, and also the one I showed you for full guide on getting your domain connected. If you follow this one, there is a very, very high chance that you will be finding a way of fixing the issue. So I don't know why somebody put an angry face. Okay, I believe was just a mistake. I have a course created in ClickFunnels. For me to transfer the whole thing over, should I use GrooveMember to create the course or GroovePages? If you could show how to do that would be helpful. So I created a video on that one as well. So it's just a matter of searching. So please try to use the search functions inside the Facebook group. It is here, or on YouTube, or in the support, like support.groovedigital.com. It also shows, like, in case you type in GrooveMember. Okay, GrooveMember. There we go. You will find creating a funnel using GrooveMember, GrooveSell, and GroovePages. There is a video over here. You can also find things like creating your membership site in GrooveMember, and you can click on different things over here to find the different things that you are looking for. But I suggest watching the whole video, because the whole video will give you guidance and everything that you need to know when creating a funnel, when creating an offer, when creating a GrooveMember course. So please go and have a look at that. Just please use the search function. You can find a lot of things using search. Is it possible to import a Groove page into existing WordPress site? You can link them together. You cannot import Groove page in a WordPress, but you can link them together. So you put on your WordPress site a link that will be going over to Groove and loading in that page. I'm a designer and only do digital work. I was thinking about setting up a graphics store in GrooveKart, but I'm not sure if GrooveKart is only for physical products. Can I sell digital products through GrooveKart? Yes, you can, Mike. And the way you try to do it, like selling your stuff, selling your designs in a shopping cart type of way, is available, and you can do that pretty simply. It is not a problem. Let me just show you. My.groovekart.com. Let's just try to log in and see how it works. So when you're actually setting up a product, you can choose if you want a physical or a digital product. So you go into product, my products, and then the loading speed of GrooveKart will be much faster when it comes to when it is merged with GrooveFunnels. But new product, and here at one of the steps, you can choose a digital product. As you can see here, you can upload your files and then basically set up everything like you're doing with a normal store. It's just that you set up a digital product, but it's a digital product. Does this product have an associated file? Yes. So you type in file name, expiration date, number of days, things like this. If you don't want that, you can just upload it. If it's purchased, then it is going to be delivered either in your email, or it will be also it will be possible to download it inside the user area if the user creates an account with your store. So that's it. Here's a question from Paul. Hi, David. I'm still having problems trying to get images and text display different size on each device. I've started with my site from scratch. I'm using a 2-column, one with an image and the other text. When I set alignment for the picture and text across all the sizes, then I go into each device to set the alignment, change the size of the text, resize the image, but it also changes it across all the other devices. I also want a different piece of text to be. I cannot read everything that you see here. But Paul, in this video today, I actually showed what the problem is. Please watch the replay of this video once we are finished, and you will probably find your answer there. Okay, so try not to do a lot of text, because this is the thing that shows up for me, so I cannot see everything. Newbie here. Have someone concerning lifetime deals that says auto parts on eBay and Amazon. He's asking me whether he can automatically convert his seamlessly with pictures. No, that's not possible yet. 6,700 listing to GrooveKart. We don't have an import feature at this moment, so that will be a very, very big task to do. Understand this may not be available yet, but it's coming. He also wants to know about ease of mass price changes to those listings. Can he say increase them 2% all at one? So Jill, you need to explain your customer that GrooveKart is not created yet to handle such a big store. It could probably, but it is not created for these kinds of stores that have 6,700 products. That would need to be probably with a different platform, because at this moment GrooveKart is made for smaller shops, definitely not that big. So I would probably recommend looking into a different system. You can sell a lot of different things, but I don't think that 6,700 products and increasing the price of all of them at the same time and things like that. Needs more info about dropshipping. I believe he says he uses Ship Easy. Will there be an interface? So integrations with Shipping Easy is not yet there. You can request it, but I don't know if that is going to be coming out quite soon. We'll be having an SDK very soon, so people will be able to create their own apps, like in Shopify. So integration with this, integration with that, people will be able to do that themselves, and there will be probably these companies like Ship Easy. If they create their own integration with GrooveKart, then it will be working. But for now, there is no Shipping Easy integration yet. Run. Is it possible that the layout of my site has changed since the update with the red lines? Yes, absolutely. This has happened on a couple of our sites as well. On GrooveFunnels, it happened. It happened on GrooveSell. It happened on some of the upgrade page as well, and like a calendar page from Groove. So yeah, it is highly likely. But if you set it up now, this was because of the big infrastructure update that we did. If you set it up now from the beginning, if you style it, if you try, you can revert back to previous version. That could fix that. But yes, it's highly likely that it happened because of the upgrade. Okay, so Ron, I can see he posted this one a million times, like here and then again here. Does GrooveMember allow for PDF attachments or GrooveVideo? Not yet. You will be able to upload your own files, like images, zip files, PDFs, things like this. The file management is not out yet. We are still working on it. It will be awesome. And GrooveVideo is just not yet connected. So everything that you are planning to do will be possible. It's just that GrooveMember is just a couple days old platform, and it doesn't have these options yet. Okay. Mark, I would ask you please just to, for the next time, please use a Q in front of your question, as Eric is mentioning, because it is making it really hard for me to find all the questions in case they don't have Q in front of them. Also for you, Ian, in case you could do that for the next time, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Is it possible to edit the tab index value of form fields? I have a pop-up with the fields, and when you push tab on a keyboard, it doesn't go to the next field, which is annoying. You have to push 3 for, for the next. I'm trying to edit the source code, but it only shows the code for the page, not the pop-up. Yes, Mark, it doesn't show the code for the pop-up, but the tab index, it is just, you just need to request this feature. This is the first time I'm hearing somebody is having issues with that, but head over to feedback.groovefunnels.com and request it inside GroovePages feature requests. Okay, so that's the only thing I could recommend at this point. Okay, I answered this one. A lot of people that are new using the editor, they think that the move button will move an element anywhere. They need to understand that they will only move in between containers. Yes, absolutely. So there are drag and drop features, for example, with platforms like Canva, but designing websites is not like designing images. For example, over here, when you want to move something, you just pull it here and then it stays. But a website is more complex than it converts it to a code. So you cannot do these types of drag and drop things in our builder yet. I'm not even sure if this will be done. It requires a lot of different infrastructure updates. I believe we are going a direction to have everything set up simply as Canva, but it is not possible yet. So in case you're dragging and dropping things inside GroovePages, let me show you how that would work. Let me just open one of these new pages, which I have somewhere around here. Okay, so let's just delete this, or actually not block, just this. Okay, and this one as well. And now I will just pop in an image, duplicate this, and then instead of this image, I'll just use around an image so that we have something that is looking differently. Okay, so here is a rounded image. Let me just put some shadow so we can see it. There we go. So this is now an element. If you want to move it, you can't move it anywhere on the page where you want. You can move it from container to container. As you can see, now I moved it from this container, from the upper container to the lower container. And this is the extent our drag and drop feature works. If you want to move blocks, like the complete sections, you can do that by moving them like that. But it's not a drag and drop feature like in Canva, so that you just drag things this way. It is different type of system because it converts it to code, and when it is converted to code, it needs to have like a x-axis, a y-axis, x-axis. So it's like in math that it needs to have a positioning. When we do this type of positioning like this, we will have Frankenstein sites when we actually smoosh the page to be mobile responsive. It may look good on a big device, but it will absolutely be just horrible on a small devices. But with these type of container and alignments, what we have, it stays within ranges of what the browsers read, and it can be easily navigated for basically the code can be telling the browsers what to do, how to display anything on the page. And this is why we don't have the drag and drop feature. Maybe one time we will have something like Canva, what Canva does, but I don't think that this will be very soon. But yes. Okay. Ian, I answered this one. When will GrooveMail come? Will it integrate with GSU? I have no clue what GSU is, but in case you have a look at the rollout schedule, which is groovefunnels.com/infographic, you can see that it is coming on September 14th. This is our goal date at this moment. What is the good practice to add privacy policy page to food? I work in hospitality, so FB is like food and beverage for me, but Facebook adds requirements. So when you are adding in food and beverage links, I usually suggest them to put it in a footer, something like this. You add a footer on your page, and instead of these links what show up here, you just put in your privacy policy, terms of service, affiliate disclosure links to show up on inside the footer. That's the best case that I could suggest. And yeah, basically that's what I recommend to do, because if you put it somewhere else, usually I believe Facebook is crawling your page within the code, looking for privacy policy and terms of service and things, so it can find it anywhere. But for users, if they want to read into it, most of the times they just scroll down to the bottom to find it in the footer, and that's like the best, that's like a good best practice what is being done. Bob can't connect on Facebook, so I came here. Someone should check though. I mean, I have a lot of people that are watching on Facebook, so I don't know what the issue was with your case. But the upgrade on Monday, I'm still showing only a free account. Very frustrating. That is because it was. Please come over here to the tutorial videos section, and the first video you will see on the top of the page will be explaining you what you need to do. You finally upgraded but still see the upgrade button and the limits inside your dashboard. Do this. Please click tutorial videos in the popular topics in post and watch this video, okay? Is there a way to A/B test in GroovePages? Yes. Inside GroovePages with the inbuilt features, not yet. This will be coming out when we have the funnel capability. It will be allowing us A/B testing and things like this. Maybe not immediately at the beginning, but it will be a function of it. So we're waiting for the share funnels and the funnel organization. Okay, so this is what we are looking for. Then it will be simple to just create different versions of your pages and to have them tested automatically. So 50% of the people will see one version, 50% of the people will see another version, and so on. For now, there are ways to do it with Google Analytics. So if you look into Google Analytics, A/B testing, you can find ways, you can find videos on how to do it. Yes, so that is what I suggest you to look into in case you want to start immediately. In case you want to wait a bit, then you can do that one as well. So should you work from the left to the right of the devices? This is something that you decide for yourself, Rob. When I'm working, I build out a site for all devices, and then I go step by step and modify everything. However, sometimes I miss things. Like for example, I want this image here left aligned, but actually I want on the mobile to be center aligned. And let me just show you what happens when we center align this image. So vertical, Now it is also center aligned over here because I didn't set it up that I want it on the left hand side, as you can see here. So when I do this, I need to actually set it up on each of the devices so that it appears as exactly how I want it to be. So now when I actually set it up where I want it to be, now on my mobile and on this device it is centered, but on here it is left aligned. So that's how I work with the platform. So far it has been very, very simple. For a lot of people that didn't build out sites, yes, it could be confusing. And for the people that build out sites with different platforms, it could be also confusing. So it's just a matter of playing with it and understanding that you actually need to set it up where exactly you want it to be. And if it's changing, if you set it up on a desktop device but it's changing on other devices, or if you set it up on mobile and if it's changing on a different device, that means that you didn't set it up. Okay, so you didn't actually press the button so that it is positioned or sized the way you want. So that's just a way of learning how to use it. Pam pam pam. Question. Daniel heard somewhere that we can only take payments in dollars at the moment. That's a big problem for me, as one of my products from Swedish market use SEK as the currency. When will this functionality be added? Yes, that's correct. And if you come to the infographic, you can see that September 11, more GrooveSell functionality and multiple currencies. I don't know which currencies will be coming. It will be let Groove handle. Okay, so this is for GrooveSell payments. You will be also able to use GrooveSell payments, I believe, with multiple currencies, which will be handling your tax and affiliate payouts and counting and things like this. So that will also be an option. But yes, GrooveSell payments and recurring installments and things like this will be coming. It is scheduled for September 11th. We don't know if this is just a goal date that we're trying to keep up. If it moves, don't come with shovels, because we want it to be actually functioning 100%. These features are add-ons into GrooveSell and need to be set up properly. And if our devs need more time, I would give them as much time as needed, because this is actually very important, so that minimizes refunds and problems with your customers. So that is over here. I screwed up Cloudflare and it wants an IP address. You can just delete your domain from Cloudflare. Let me show you how you do it. Okay, so when you log into Cloudflare, let me just log in with one of my accounts over here. And I have a couple of domains now, but for example, if I want to remove this Groove Advisor, okay, so you just click on it and you scroll on the first page. When you are still in the overview, you scroll down to the first page bottom, and then you see remove site from Cloudflare. You click this and then you click confirm. It will actually remove the site from the Cloudflare, and it will give you an option to set it up from scratch. So it will not be showing up anymore here, but you can add a new site and set it up from the beginning. Okay, but in case you are setting up your site with Cloudflare, please look into the tutorials where we actually show how to set it up. If you follow step-by-step instructions, you will not be coming into difficulties, because it's very simple. You need to do three things, and those three things is to add on 2 CNAME records and 1 MX record. And I can just show you what I mean by it. As you can see, it will say over here everything you need to do. You need to set up a CNAME for the, so you set up a CNAME for the root. So you type in @ and the target needs to be host10 at groovepages.com. Okay, this one. That's one of them. Then when you click save, you create an add new record CNAME for www, okay? And then the target is still host10, okay? So you just click save. And then the last one will be add record, which will be an MX record. If you don't have it connected already with a different email service from your previous hosting or from Google Suite or for G Suite or something like that, then the MX record, you can set it up like I have it here. So you just type in @ for the root, and mail server, you just type in your domain. So in my case, it's just grooveadvisor.com. Okay. Priority one, click save, and you're finished. You will have these three CNAME or two CNAMEs and MX record in case this is a freshly purchased domain, and it will be working. The second thing you need to make sure inside the SSL, it needs to be either full if you are coming from Namecheap or other platforms. If you are coming from GoDaddy, if you have your domain purchased with GoDaddy, put it on flexible because it sometimes doesn't work with full. Okay. And the next thing is in Edge certificates to have always use HTTPS on, and that's basically it. Very simple. If you purchase a new domain, if you follow it, you cannot make a mistake. You don't have to do any IP, anything else. Two CNAME records, one MX record is needed so that your page is working with GroovePages. Um, just you just mentioned Chrome. Did I miss it that Chrome is the browser to use versus Safari? Yes, Steve. So we are developing GrooveFunnels for Chromium browsers. There is a lot of Chromium browsers. Google Chrome is one of the most popular ones, but there is like Brave and like Chromium browsers. If we have a look at it, there is a lot of them. Vivaldi, Microsoft Edge is also a Chromium browser. Epic Privacy, Slim, Torch, Komodo Dragon. It's like there's a lot of different browsers that are based on the Chromium software. This is a different software for a browser, and it loads in code differently than other browsers. So for example, Opera is also a Chromium browser, and Safari is not a Chromium browser, so it doesn't load in the code inside the browser windows like others do. So Opera, Brave, Chrome, Microsoft Edge, all of them are Chromium based browsers. Safari is giving the most issues to the not guests, customers. As I mentioned, I was working in hospitality, so um, it may load in things differently on the page in case you use Safari or Mozilla Firefox. It's also not a Chromium browser, and it gives certain issues, not loading images properly and things like that. So at this point, Groove is optimized for Chromium browsers in case, so not in case, when we finish building out the software, we will go in and then optimize it for other devices, other browsers. But Chromium browsers are most popular on the internet, and this is why we chose this platform. Um, I just moved my mouse. I just scrolled down, and my flow of how I was answering comments was lost. So give me just a second. I need to find where I stopped. Okay, I believe here. So Carol is asking for exploring GrooveKart. I'm a platinum member. I have to use the same user and password I use for GrooveFunnels. No, this will be very soon once the platforms are merged, which will be within this month. According to the rollout schedule, it says September 14th, but I don't know if this is when we will be able to see it inside the dashboard over here. So inside e-commerce, when you click on it, this is GrooveKart 2.0. At the moment, GrooveKart has its own domain, my.groovekart.com. This is where you need to log in for GrooveKart. It is not the same login details as for GrooveFunnels. It is different, but um, if you didn't receive it inside your email, reach out to support. They can resend the email to you, or try to use the forget my password in case you just type in your email, click on continue, and maybe the software already has you in the system and can just reset your password. Uh, guys, if you could just please put a Q in front of your questions. It's making it really hard for me to actually go through the questions fast, because I cannot see what are the questions that I need to answer, because there's a lot of people answering each other's questions and chit chatting inside the comments, and I see all the comments. And please, in case you have a question, please put a Q and then your question. And this is for every live stream or any training that you attend. Make sure that you put Q so that we can simply scroll through and see what is a question that we need to answer. Okay. So for example, this one, I almost passed it. What does it mean to get rid of platforms? When I was saying get rid of platforms, this was a question from a different user. He is probably a user of MailChimp or a different page building platform, and he wants to bring his business completely over to Groove. And this is, I believe, why he was saying get rid of platforms, like not to use anymore the page builder that you're using now, or not use anymore the autoresponder software that you're using now. So that is, I believe, what he meant by get rid of platforms. Dupe from above, if you can see the comments, is there a way to see all my blocks on the page? I answered this one, Rob, previously. Is there a way to name the blocks when you have a button to scroll to a specific block? Yes. So for example, I will use a couple of pre-made templates over here. Okay, so now this is my top, and I want to connect this button. This is just a very, very short tutorial, guys. I just made a mess of the site just to pull in something so that we can scroll up and down. Okay, I want to actually come to this block. So I click on the block. In the custom attributes, I can name it, I don't know, protein. Okay? And then over here, I can link this button to scroll down to this protein block. There's two ways to do it. You choose the button to go to a block, which will be showing up once you save and refresh. You cannot name your blocks instead of block 1, block 2. That is not a feature at this moment, but you can name the blocks using the custom CSS, so that when you load in the page, let me also just publish it. So now this is the page, and I copy this link address, and I can just link it to not a block but a URL. Okay, and I just paste this in, and then hashtag protein. Okay, update, publish, and now I named the block, and I just linked this button to the block. And now when I go and open it in a new incognito window, when I click this, it is loading in the protein. So I named this block protein. As you can see here, hashtag protein was loaded. This is this block. I know that you're probably not thinking about this naming, but to actually name the block. So when you come over here, choose link to a block, so that instead of block 1, block 2, it shows up the name of it. That is a good feature to have, and I believe I saw it in the feedback, the feature request. So if you could head over here and then item blocks, naming of the block, you upvote just this one, then it would be able to get done. Yeah, let's head over to other questions. Appears you, oh god, there's so much more questions. You missed my second question. Import layout only. Is there a way to safely delete data containers when it seems it's converted text into block with a lot of characteristics? Yes. So Darcy, we talk about this in the video. The import feature is not there yet. So as you can see yourself, it needs to be worked on. So allow a bit of time until it is getting fixed. We will have a huge advantage with this importer when it is finalized, when it is finished. But for now, we just need to wait. And and let our developers actually fix the bugs, because in our test environment it was functioning properly, but when 100,000 users start to use it all at the same time continuously, these bugs happen, and then the import feature can give us these issues. Is there any place that shows the full domain and path of the page, or do you have to piece it together from the publishing section of the page section? You have to piece it together, because there is no way to see, because this is publishing the site. Okay, so this is site setting. Host your site with us. If you come over here to publish your page, you will not see the exact page you want to find, but here you can see the name of the pages. So you need to piece it together. You can request in case you want to do something different. For now, I believe the publishing and the pages will be made differently later on, but for now you need to piece it together, as I did with this button. I added on hashtag protein, but you would do it the same with page names. Please, guys, put a Q in front of your questions, because if this is a question you are asking somebody else, then I don't have to answer it. So I will answer it, but I don't know if this is meant for me, okay? So please put a Q in front of your questions. That is making my job a lot smoother and easier. What do you recommend I use for local photography service landing to promote a service package and allow users to pay online? GroovePages or GrooveKart? GroovePages with GrooveSell, because local photography services are a one-off, and it is not something that you purchase in a shop way. You would probably need to do a funnel and then promote it using that funnel. Like you purchase an hour of my photography service, then you can do an upsell of half more hour, and then you can maybe do an order bump of speedy picture editing or image editing or things like this. So a funnel way would work the best with this type of service. Is there a way to keep content with a member from being shared? I can share URL of your content with others. Not at the moment. The other question was about your simple one-page funnel to collect name, email. Did all that, and then you said we need to integrate that with our autoresponder. I tried to integrate the form block with ActiveCampaign, but ActiveCampaign is not in my integration list at this point. So I went to do that integration, and I entered the API domain URL, etc., but it's still not showing up in the form block integration configuration. Another video showed that I need to go. I cannot see the whole page, the comment. Please ask your question. How to integrate with ActiveCampaign or things like it, because I cannot see all this. Integrations, you set them up here. And then once you have a form, you click on the form container, and then here inside the integration, this is where it should show up. If you did it correctly, like let's just do another Zapier, because it shows up immediately. So I will just name it lemon test. Okay. So lemon test is over here. If I exit and I go back over here to the form container to integrate it, in the integration you can see that it shows up immediately. So if you cannot see it over here, you probably didn't do something correctly. Try to do an integration from try to set up the integration from again, so that it shows up inside the form container. Question: can you explain the difference between display inline and display block in the layout properties on element? I don't want to go into this again. I showed it on a previous LemonAid session, and I will just probably use the search function inside YouTube or support, so that you find the answer to that question. But it was answered, I believe, 2 times already previously. Let me just, because there's a lot of questions and it was already 2 hours I'm sitting here answering questions, let me just continue. Maybe something new shows up. With those forms, can we do drop downs and checkbox options? So we do have a couple of form elements. As you can see, we have checkboxes, we have we have no drop downs yet. You can request this, but you have checkboxes over here. So yeah, if you want, you can go over here to feature request and request it. I actually talked with the developers about this, adding on these more form features. They said that that is not a problem. They just need to actually prioritize it. So in case you request it here inside GroovePages feature request, have somebody to upvote it. So share it out in the Facebook group, get votes on it so that it gets done quicker. It gets higher to the priority list of our developers. When I use a list container and add a paragraph element to it, I try to copy and paste it into the container, but it won't allow me to paste text. Does this mean it's not possible to paste text into it? Let me just test this. I don't know. So let's just use an empty block like that. You are using a list container and you're trying to put paragraph text. Now you're trying to copy text from somewhere and you are trying to paste that in. I don't know. It works for me. Could be that you're trying something else. I don't know, but it works for me because now it creates a separate thing. So this is what list container does. It just creates different text files. You can see this is one text element. This is another text element. This is another one, and this is what the list container does. Will GrooveKart allow SEK? Yes. In the form section, okay, so I just answered this question. Please do the refresh process to reset without the update button slower. Thanks. Stuart, there is a video on that one. That's why I just did it quickly. When you come into the Facebook group, as you can see here, scroll down to see popular topics in posts, okay? Click on the tutorial videos. The first video you will see will be a video where I do it slowly, okay? That's where you want to go. When dragging a button on GroovePages, how do you center it? It's always get placed to the left-hand side. I just showed that previously, but let me just show it again. Let me just delete the whole container over here. So I will place an image, and when you have something, you cannot just, we will have controls over here to center image. That is coming very shortly, but for now, click on the container that is holding the image. So in case you have a look here at the lower over here, oops, we cannot see it, here on the bottom of the page in the container, when I click on the image, the container that is holding the image is what you need to click on. Then in the layout you will have directions for placing things. If you just set it up to be centered, then you can see that it is now centered on the page. So, oops, the other way. So that is how you need to center elements on the page. If you have a look at this container, you can see that the layout is also set up to be vertical center, and this is how everything is centered. Also here, this is now my container, and then everything is centered over here, so it shows up in the middle of the page. This is how you center things inside GroovePages. Still no image on the thumbnail. I did everything according to help desk suggest, like Chrome, empty hard reload, still no luck, and now can't get into help desk altogether. I don't know what is wrong with the help desk. There is nothing wrong with the help desk. I was just there, support.groovedigital.com. You can create a ticket, you can chat with people. So I don't know what kind of problems you are experiencing, but I don't know what kind of images you cannot see. If this is in the gallery, if um, this is over here. So when you actually upload an image, you choose an image, it is now not uploaded. You need to click this button so that it is uploaded. If this is the problem, then now it shows up over here, and now this is uploaded. Now you can select it and you can see it. I don't know what the problem is with the images, but in case you contacted support, just please wait for the response. They will be coming back to you shortly. I've never heard of CloudFlare. Do we buy a membership to that? No, it is free. You can sign up for free. Question: playing with GrooveKart yesterday and was playing with the payment gateways. I see that there is a red X is a red X that delete, or is it showing an error? Had a message from Stripe a while back, and I'm not sure if I'm getting an issue. I don't know. Let's see if I have GrooveKart opened here. I have it here. Let's just have a look together, Eric. Perfect. So we set up the payment gateways in the settings, payment gateways. And I don't have anything set up yet, but if it's looking like that, then it is just to delete it. It is not to actually to do anything with it. As you can see, when you click connect, then it will give you a red X just to delete or disable the payment. Okay, the Groove that payment. For now, if you connect it, if shows a red X over here, that's just to delete it. As you can see here, then instead of connect button, you get a cogwheel where you can edit it, or if you don't want it anymore, then it's just the red X. Bum 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 bum. Darcy, how do I micro adjust text size? Text size slider jumps from but want 2.1 REM, and I cannot click text to enter specific size. Similar question for sizing. So this is something that we are still working on. I know it is not the best, but sizing is just temporary, because we will have the sizing done with these types of things. As you can see, you can manage the sizing of these a bit better. I don't know about the spacing. I know it is kind of annoying for me as well. Sometimes it is jumping from 2.5 to 3.5, 4.5, 6, 8, 12. You see, so this is something that is temporary. We will have easier solutions when we actually get these to function properly. It is still being worked on. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. We just need to wait a bit. Maybe I have direct email address to help desk, as I can get them via Groove Portal. It is support.groovedigital.com. Okay, so let me just delete this one and type it out. Support email in case you want to email them. Let's add on a bit of padding over here, and then to the bottom. There we go. GrooveDigital.com. I saw an announcement on Facebook that for lifetime members, GrooveKart is unlimited. Does that mean unlimited number of stores? Yes, or just unlimited in time? I don't know what unlimited in time means, but unlimited number of stores. In case you want to have 100,000 stores, you can. Obviously, that is a big task to do. So yes, you can create multiple stores. Question, Stuart, when using, I don't know if this is enough. Okay. When using H1, H2, H3 text, is there a feature where you can click on test and know what you have used, so you can check it at any time once you finish your page? So that's a great question. When you actually set up, let me just pull this out over here. This is H1, this is H2, this is H3. Go. This is H4. This is H5. This is H6. Okay, so now when you click on each of them, you should be able to see over here that some things change. No, they changed this one. Before it was text_5, text_6, or something like that. But I believe they changed this now after this big upgrade. But at this moment, I don't believe you can see it anyway. I believe that would be great if we just, instead of text, just put in heading or H1 or something like that. If you would like, you can request this feature just for heading. Did I I don't know if this was requested already, so just go ahead. You can go ahead and request it and then share it out in the group so that it is upvoted. I believe this is a great feature to have just so that we know which one is which. There was before text underscore one, text underscore two, text underscore three, and so on. But I believe they just changed it to text right now. So that's a good thing to have. Question. I'm trying to build an ordering page for my Baba shop, and I just don't know how. So I don't know if this is on GrooveKart or GroovePage or sorry GrooveSell. Um, I don't know what Baba shop is. Let's just type it into Google. Okay. So for this one, I believe this is this kind of Japanese tea or these drinks. So I believe this would be sold in a funnel type of way. So you can sell like vouchers or things like this, digital vouchers. So when somebody comes to your store, they actually exchange the voucher for something like that. I don't know. But I do know that this would not be a shop type of way that you deliver. In case you do shipping, in case you actually deliver these things, the best way to do it is in GrooveKart because GrooveKart would handle the shipping. In case you are doing your product is the actual voucher, then oh, it's Chinese, it's not Japanese. Sorry about that. But yeah, in case you are selling the voucher is your product, and is in GrooveSell. In case you are shipping the actual tea or the bubba whatever this is, coffee or bubble milk tea, yeah, tea, then you can set it up inside GrooveKart. Can anyone have unlimited different brand name stores under one account? Please explain about unlimited GrooveKart that Donna just announced. Yes, you can. You can do unlimited stores. Not yet, soon when it is merged. And there will be announcements on that one. If it even says that, please give us time to work on all the details and to communicate with you guys. So you will be hearing from more about this when the time is um, closer to us to launch the freemium option. When does the new lifetime offer expire? That is not confirmed yet. We will have a launch very soon where we will be still promoting the lifetime deal. After the launch has ended, we will be setting up our monthly plans. We are waiting with the monthly plans because it would be strange for us to sell a beta platform, a beta software on monthly plans. People would not be paying for it. They would be like, okay, so I'll just come back when it's finished. So we would be losing out money. This is why we are promoting a lifetime deal, because we can still sell and we can still get customers to use our software, and later on when it's still stable enough, we can transfer over to the monthly plan. But for now, we are still I don't still have the date when the lifetime deal will end, and yeah, so we'll just need to wait closer to the end of the year when the platforms are stable, when the launch has been finished, then we'll see what happens. um, I will be taking a couple more questions because it is already 2 hours past time sitting here at one place. uh, I just lost where I stopped. Okay. With GrooveSell payments, will there be a percentage taken out of the sale price? More info on that to come. You can ask them also. You can ask this question also from Mike on Fridays. GrooveDigital presents, and I highly suggest you come to that, guys, because it is something that you don't want to miss, and it is over here. It's mini state of the Groovian. I will just bump it up so that everybody can see it. Bump. Here we go. So it will be now showing up somewhere on the top of the Facebook group. So please make sure you register. Please make sure you're there. You really don't want to miss this one. You will learn more about our company, about everything that we are doing. You just need to register here. Click on this button to secure your seat. We have a limited number of seats, and if you miss out, you will need to wait a day or two for us to actually put out the replay. GoToWebinar actually takes a long time for give us the replay. Is there a way to customize the GrooveFunnels 404 redirect? We are working on that. That's a feature that was requested from our side, that for different pages we want to give different 404 options. So that is coming. I don't know when, but it will be added on at one point. Yeah. Could you please explain why you use CloudFlare? I just did before, because it decreases the speed of your loading, speed of your site's loading, and also it gives you free SSL. And that's the one of the ways you can get free SSL now. And not only that, but it also does both of the jobs pretty well. Does GrooveKart and GrooveSell take percentage of commission on any payment we receive on a sale? No. In case you're on a platinum membership, no. Later on, we will have different options for free members, which will communicate with you later on. But for now, anybody that is using these platforms, there is no commissions or percentages. Okay. So is there a way to add images on the left or right on the page with text? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Like, there could be one element on the page. You can create different type of blocks. For example, this one, and then you have on one side text, on the other side side image. Or you can use this one as well. So you can put text on the bigger side here. For example, let's pull this over here. Come on. Let's just leave it and try it one more time. I have too much things happening on this page, and this is why it's crapping out. I'll just use a new element. I don't want to play with it. Here we go. So you put in your text here. And then over here, you can put in an image. But you cannot have both at the same time in one element. That is not going to be working. But yeah, there we go. There's an image, there's a text. How many different blogs and websites can we launch at the same time? I don't know. How many can you? You can, if you're on a platinum deal, you can create unlimited number of websites. Like, one site will have one domain. If you want to, if you have million domains, try creating million sites. Blogs, it is not confirmed yet. GrooveBlog is coming out towards the end of the year, so that one we don't know the numbers yet. But websites, funnels, you can create as many as you'd like. Will GrooveVideo be more like Vistia in terms of overall look of video player? We will be adding a lot more features to video player. We'll have different skins as well, so you'll be able to customize them. We'll have different colors that you can choose from later on. So I don't know how Vistia looks like. I've seen the player from them. It's quite basic, but we will have a lot of different options you can customize to match your brand. You referred to getting rid of platforms as more as the I believe I answered this already twice. So I'll just skip over it. I'll just go on to other questions. Can you explain what this feature means? Import any side of the web, edit and publish as your own. When you come into your page builder, you can use a URL importer. You basically import a URL from a different site. So let's just see if I can find something like rare. Let's just try to import this site. It will probably not be looking good because it is an e-commerce shop. So let's just find something else. These are all these are all shops. So let's just find something that is not a shop. Hair salon. Okay, let's just find a hair salon. Okay, this is here in Croatia, so I'll just copy this over. And yeah, this is a dynamic site again because it has a lot of the, I don't know why people do this. Weebly, let's just try to do this. Okay, as you can see, this is a site. We can pull in the URL over here, and then once you paste it in, you press left or right, import layout only. It could work or it could not work. It could import, as you see here, it imports some things, but it is not quite there yet. So we are still improving the how the import feature works, because it sometimes doesn't import everything as we want it to be. But when it is developed, it will import the layout, the structure of the page, as you see from where you want, where you're taking the link. It will be importing the structure, the layout. Or if it is your site and you can prove that you own the site, you need to pop in this code into the head section of your site, and you can import the complete site, the complete page, the complete funnel, not the funnel with multiple pages, but page by page. You will be able to import it inside GroovePages. This is now in beta. It is working kind of. We are still looking for feedback inside the GroovePages bugs. In case you find something, please type in import, and then trouble with the import feature. This is where you would need to report your findings. This is what our developers are looking at, and this is how they are fixing the issues. Question: GrooveSell, how can a customer cancel or suspend a subscription? If you go to billing, we'll be implementing this into the my account section. So in case you go into billing, let's just type in my, this is my email domain that I use for training purposes. Now I typed in my domain, I will get a login info. So there should be a mail coming in a second. There we go, GrooveSell, customer portal access. I need to actually click on the email so I can see the link. There we go. Once you click on this link, you go into the self-billing section of GrooveSell, and this will be added on inside the my account section later on. But as you can see, I purchased my own products inside trainings, and this is where you can come, you can download invoices. And in case you have set up for your own products to cancel subscription, to change the credit card and things like this, your users will be able to do that here. Or in case you purchase GrooveFunnels and you want to change your card, you want to download an invoice, you can go to billing.groovesell.com. Let me just pop this into the comment section. And you will be able to do that for yourself as well. You can download the invoice, you can change the credit card you are paying with, and like see what you actually purchased. So that's billing. Do you have a tutorial on how to name our sites? I have dozens of my sites. Yes, please use the search function. My new site. Okay, in case you type it in, how to rename my new site. Here we go. Just please watch this video and you will find out. Bum, bum, bum. Hi, bro. Can you tell us how blocks work for button? I do absolutely not understand your questions, Noel. So in case you could restate your question so that I can understand it better. that would be great. Question from Richie. I thought I heard David speaking about email through GSuite. Is that email service that is best suited for Groove, or is it something like MailChimp? So these are two different things that you're talking about, Richie. MailChimp is an autoresponder, which is sending emails to a lot of users at the same time. GSuite is your email inbox, which is for email communications most of the time one-on-one. And this is two complete different concepts, and don't try to mix them up. In case you would like to connect for example, you have your domain, which is called richie.com. And in case you would like to have for your business contact at richie.com, this you would need to set up inside G Suite so that you can receive people's comments from your contact form on your site and things like this. But MailChimp and autoresponders are one-to-many platforms. So you have a list of people interested in your products, so you can market to or send newsletters to, but they are not used for the same purposes. Okay, so these are two different things. Paul Jones, I used the list container with sequential number, so I add one, then try to paste text, but it won't paste. Can you try it again and type one in front of paste? Okay, let's just do it. Just do it. Okay, where was I with the text? I believe I deleted it. So let's just do it here. List container. Okay. I believe I put it in the wrong container. Here we go. So this is my list container, and in here I want to add on a paragraph text as he was doing it, which I missed. Here we go. And then let's just copy this and then put in one and then paste in. Okay, so I see what you're talking about. You cannot paste in, but let's just try to do this. Yeah, that seems like a bug. That one I didn't see that this is an issue previously, so good find. Please report it on the bug page inside for GroovePages here in feedback.groovefunnels.com. I have so many tabs now open. Let's just go on here. So to feedback.groovefunnels.com and GroovePages bugs. The first one just reported that the list container cannot have a number and text pasted in there. But what if we paste the text first and then put a 1 in front of it? Yeah, that works. So try to do it this way. Then with the other one, yeah, with the other one you cannot paste it then. Okay, I understand. Okay. Oh, did you see that? So what I did is I actually pasted with my mouse, pasted as plain text. Look at this one. This could fix your issues temporarily. So you see, I was just playing with it and found a solution. So paste with your mouse, or as you can see it, Control Shift and V. So Control Shift V, and then you can also paste with your keyboard. So there you go. We found a solution. There is no need to report it anymore. I believe this is just how it works. It doesn't paste in the styled text. It just pastes in just a text without styling. Okay, guys, I will be answering a couple more questions, but at 30 minutes past 2 hours, I will be stopping. So there's 10 more minutes, or less than 10 more minutes, 8 more minutes to go. How to create a clickable phone number as a call to action. So let's just say, see below. Okay, I want to add this one as a clickable phone number. I just selected this text. I click on the chain icon. This is for hyperlinking. I type in TEL column and then the phone number. Okay, like that, and then press enter. Now, when somebody clicks this is a clickable phone number. When you actually, I'm not quite sure if it will be working in a preview, but let's just test it out. When you click it, yeah, it doesn't work in a preview, but let's publish it and then see it then. So when we click it, then it actually opens up to have a call at this number. So it only works at this moment with selecting text and hyperlinking. You cannot choose a button at this point because I will show you what happens when you type in the same thing. So let's just type in click to call. Okay, this is now my button, and I want to type in a URL tel colon and then +123 and then the rest of the numbers. When we update, it will be loading it in as HTML. So it is loading it as a website. It doesn't recognize, this form field doesn't recognize that tel is the command to go to and not a website. So this is still being worked on. Let me just check if this is still the thing or it has been maybe fixed. Yeah, it is not fixed yet. So this is something that works with hyperlinking text, but it doesn't work with buttons yet. So there we go. In GrooveKart, I see you have multiple pages for checkout page layouts. I don't see how you can assign those pages from the default page. So that is not done in there. This is done by on a product level. So you design your product layout. This is just like wireframe. Show an image here, show a text here, show a button here, show the related products here. Okay, but then when you're setting up your product, there you decide how you would like to. Okay, I'm not a robot. There you decide which product layout you want to use. Okay, so that is done on the product level. Come on. I'll skip over this one because we're losing a lot of time. So try to find a solution, Eric, that is when you're setting up the product, it asks you to choose which product layout you want. GroovePages has free hosting for our domains. Yes, so you can connect. If you're on a platinum account, you can connect unlimited domains. If you are on a free account, you can connect 3 domains. If you have a free account, you can create 3 websites with unlimited pages, or if you're on a platinum account, you can create unlimited websites with unlimited pages. Maxwell, or sorry, Max Sell. What is the best way to sell digital products or services on GrooveDigital? That is using GrooveSell. When you come over into your dashboard, click GrooveSell over here, and this is where you actually set that up inside GrooveSell. Okay, so that I answered. I have a site that's live now. I've started rebuilding another one from scratch to replace it because it has sizing problems. When I finish the new site, will it override the site that is live? If you publish it on the same domain, you just need to go to a previous site, delete the domain, click. So basically, you do this. Okay, so you delete the domain, you click this, and then you click publish. Okay, so then it will unpublish it without the domain. Then you take your domain, pop it on the new site, and then you publish it just normally. Is there a way to add bullet list? This is the way you add bullet list. You can do elements, and you can see here lists. You can do icon list or regular list. So this is the bullet list, as you can see, just a regular list. And then once you have them inside a list container, when you're typing, and then you create a new one, you should just press enter. So and then you just, but I don't think it's working properly. So basically the bulleted lists are created with, my site is now completely mixed up. So what you do is just duplicate this bullet list like that. Yes, you can. How much does it Does page speed really matter if your website does not good percentage will reduce? No. People just make it a big thing to have 100% or 90 something percent loading speed of their websites, but it actually does not matter if it is in green or if it is in orange. At least if it speeds, if it loads fast on your mobile device, if it loads fast inside the page builder, or not the page builder, inside the browser. Sorry, I'm just already losing focus after 2.5 hours. If it loads fast, it will be okay for your users. If it doesn't load fast, you need to work on it. Getting rid of platforms. You assumed a previous person asked was referring to importing from another platform company. I'm asking about what you said about getting rid of Groove platforms, GrooveKart, when other part is developed. You didn't answer that. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never say you would get rid of Groove platforms. I would say let's just leave it at this and then try to watch the replay of this video and see what I said. I don't think I said get rid of your Groove platform. Bum, bum, bum. I can tell that you all exhausted, poor David. Yes, I do need, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Does Groove enable free hosting or unlimited pages and blogs at the same time? There is, for blogs, it is not confirmed yet. Groove blog is coming at the end of the year, but free hosting for unlimited pages, yes. Does Groove enable free? Again, the same question. How can you connect WordPress to GrooveSell? The GrooveSell is just working with any page builder. When you go into GrooveSell, you need to just use your URLs, your page URLs, and you can create funnels with WordPress with Elementors. Let's just say you can build funnels with Elementors for free, or with Thrive themes, Thrive Builder and things like this. You can just connect it inside the GrooveSell. So whenever you go into set up a product funnel, you go manage the products, you probably need to watch a more in-depth video. I'm just showing you the exact thing that you need to know. You go to set up the product, set up the pricing, set up your payment gateway, and here in the content section you decide what is your sales page. Here you put in the link from your sales page. It can be built with WordPress, with Breezy, with whatever you would like. You paste in the link from your thank you page over here. If you have multiple different price points, then you can put in different thank you page links. And also here inside the funnel, if you want, you can do upsells. You just put in the upsell URL link, and then that would work well. What I suggest is to have a look at one of the trainings, or any training that I did with GrooveSell. It will be explaining you step by step. So there is one with creating a funnel, upsell and downsell. You can have a look at this one. I really go in depth on how to set up GrooveSell and setting up your funnels and everything here. So this is what I would suggest you to watch. And the last question, I went over the time frame that I wanted to do, but the last question for today is from Kenson. How do you get a button to adjust in mobile view as opposed to desktop? I actually explained this previously, so I will skip over it. Please watch the replay. I will be ending this live stream now in a couple of seconds, and you will be able to rewatch it. So guys, we went through 2.5 hours of questions. I believe now you are equipped with the knowledge that you didn't have before. Thank you very much for asking all your questions. You are really making my brain work on these sessions, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight on the GrooveKart training. As you've seen, probably I posted in the Facebook group. Let's just open this here. I posted about in the Facebook group. If we go into discussion, there is a GrooveKart training tonight, which is going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 12 a.m. Central European Time. The next day, we are doing a GrooveKart training challenge, GrooveKart Challenge Week 6. So if you were following us, please join us. Again, it will be streamed live on Facebook and also on YouTube. So we are looking forward to seeing you there. In case you have questions about GrooveKart, not about the packages and then freemium and when it will be and dates, but in case you really want to learn how to use it, come by on our GrooveKart training tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. John Garcia, Christine Case, and me will be waiting for you for the week 6 of the 60-day GrooveKart challenge. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for asking your questions. I hope I managed to answer all of your questions. If not, sorry about that. It didn't fit in the time frame. Come back next week, or just pop them into the Facebook group, and I or somebody else will be getting you answers to that. But yes, thank you very much, guys, and then see you tonight.